Namaste friends, it's Phillipa here. I've got my friend Alina with me today. She's going to help us demonstrate and join in with the yoga, just like you all are going to join in. So find yourself a comfortable seated position. And just a few guidelines, just so you know that if you've never practiced yoga before, this is a really nice beginner's class, so it's going to be super easy and gentle. And remember, if there's any poses that doesn't feel right for your body, then you don't need to do it. And if you do have an injury today, just be mindful of your injury. Don't put any pressure on the injury or cause more pain or harm to your body. So just a little caution and safety there. Today's class we're going to practice de-stressing, so it's a super nice class to really just let go, de-stress, unwind, relax. And to help us do that, I've brought some of my lavender essential oil from home. If you have any nice oils that you have as well, if you do have lavender oil, this one's super nice for relaxing and de-stressing. So we're going to take a bit of our oil and rub our palms together. So you can have a few drops. If you don't have any, you can just still rub your palms together. And then if you do have a nice oil, just place your palms over in front of your nose and your mouth and take some deep breaths. Just inhaling that beautiful smell into your lungs, this calming and relaxing smell. And then you can rest your palms on your knees or on your lap, whatever most comfortable. Sit with a nice tall spine. Relax your shoulders. Close down your eyes and soften all your facial muscles, including your jaw, your cheeks, mouth, eyelids and eyes. And just take a moment to pause. Become aware of your surroundings. We're in a beautiful forest today, so this is super calming for us. Hopefully you have a nice space in your home or wherever you are to just pause, unwind from whatever's been happening in your day, in your week, in your life. Just take a pause. And we'll come to the awareness of our breathing, of our breath. So start to feel the breath at your nostrils. Just inhaling and feeling the cool air as it enters. And exhaling as you feel the warmth of the air leaving your nostrils or your mouth. Just slow your breath down. Relax. Coming into our complete yoga breathing, gently resting your palms on your abdomen, spreading your fingers wide, and relax your abdomen. Take a breath into your belly and feel it expand into your hands. As you exhale, feel your abdomen gently contracting back towards the spine. So as you breathe in, it expands, bellowing out like a big balloon, and then exhaling, drawing abdomen to spine. Try not to force your breath. It should feel relaxed and comfortable. Breathing all the way down into the bottom of your lungs. Nice. From here, we're going to slide our hands to the lower rib cage and bring the fingertips to touch. Breathing in and feel your ribs expand outwards and upwards. As you exhale, feel your rib cage contracting back to the core of the body. So inhale to expand the ribs, to open the ribs. Exhale to release, to soften, to let go. So take a few more breaths into the middle region of your lungs. Let's take the breath now to the upper lungs, placing your hands on your upper chest, fingertips to collarbones. You could even hook your thumbs underneath your armpits. Breathing now into your upper lungs, so inhale, feel the chest rise and open. Exhale, relax your chest and your shoulders down. Take a few more breaths here. Feel the collarbones gently separate as you inhale and draw back towards each other as you exhale. Nice, slow, calming breaths. In a moment, we're going to combine these three parts of the breath together for complete yoga breathing. You might like to place one hand on your abdomen and one hand on your upper chest. Relax your body, and then start by breathing in from the bottom of your lungs. Feel that air rise all the way to the top of your lungs. And then exhale, slowly let the air release from the lungs, from the top all the way to the bottom of your lungs. So breathe in, filling up from the abdomen, the rib cage expanding, the chest is lifting, and then exhale, relax your chest, rib cage, draw the abdomen back. Continue to breathe in this way in a nice, relaxed manner. Filling up the lungs with nice, new, fresh oxygen and prana. Deep breathing is super beneficial for calming and de-stressing. Now, as you breathe, try to focus your mind on the breath. And if it wanders away, don't worry. Just gently encourage your mind back to the rhythm of your breath. We're going to practice another breathing technique now called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. You can just relax your hands now. If you find seated cross-legged a little uncomfortable for a long period of time, you can come to kneeling, or you can take a cushion and you can sit on a cushion or even a block if you have one. Otherwise, we'll just stay seated here for this next breathing exercise. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to place our first finger and our middle finger to the space between the eyebrows. Now, just to relax our forehead, gently move your fingers up to the hairline crease, so to the top of your forehead, and then back to the space between your eyebrows. So just do that a few times, smoothing out those muscles. Add a gentle pressure here. Just kind of relaxing and calming. Also breathing here. Nice, and then we'll just keep the fingers to the space between the eyebrows. In a moment, we're going to use our thumb to block off our right nostril and our ring finger to block off our left nostril. So just keep both nostrils open as you inhale through both and exhale through both. Again, inhale through both your nostrils. Exhale through both. Inhale through both. Then place your thumb on your right nostril and just exhale through the left nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril and place your ring finger on the left nostril. Lift your thumb and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. The thumb goes down, the ring finger lifts, and exhale through the left. So you get the idea. We inhale, we switch fingers, and we exhale. Inhale this side, switch, and exhale the other side. So try to continue with this breath. If you do feel lightheaded or dizzy at any stage, you can just come back to complete yoga breathing. So try to breathe in that complete yoga manner. So you're inhaling, filling up from the bottom of your lungs all the way to the top, switching nostrils and exhaling slowly. By practicing Nadi Shodhana, it brings great benefits to our body as it helps to increase the oxygen flow throughout the body, balances our hormones. It helps to reduce stress and anxiety in the body, calming the nervous system, relaxing, yet rejuvenating the body. Take a few more breaths at your own pace. So to complete the cycle that you are on, try to finish by exhaling through the left nostril. Once you've finished, you can just rest your hand back to your lap or your knees. Keep your eyes closed and come back to your normal breathing pattern. See if you can notice a difference in your breath, in the quality of your breath. Notice how it feels to breathe through both nostrils, evenly, smoothly. It's clearing, it's opening. So this complete yoga breathing that we are doing now, we want to incorporate this breath throughout the entire practice. So if you notice you become a bit distracted in your practice, try to bring it back to the breath. And if anything's too much, too difficult, just take a rest and breathe. We're going to stay seated. If you need to make any adjustments, you can do that. And we're going to place our hands on our knees with the palms facing down, drawing our chin down towards the chest, and take a little stretch into the back of your neck. Keep the shoulders back and down. So breathe into the back of your neck here. As we breathe in, gently lift the chin and the chest up. Open into your throat. Keep the shoulders down. On your next exhale, draw the chin back to the chest and gently round your spine here. So you're bringing your navel back to your spine. The chin is coming all the way down. Feeling that stretch, not just in the back of the neck, but also into the back of the body, the spine. With your hands on your knees, draw your hands closer onto your knees, so pull your knees back and then lift your chest, your chin, and start to open out the front of the body. So there's a bit more of an opening and a curve in the back. Nice. As we exhale, we round the back, the spine, tuck your tailbone slightly, chin to chest, and then inhale, draw the shoulders back, pulling onto the knees and lift forward. So this is our seated cat-cow. Let's just do a couple more. Move at your own pace with your own breath. Really try to open the chest and then open the back. And then we'll inhale back to a neutral position. Take your palms to your heart center and interlace your fingers here. Turn your palms so they're facing down and push your hands away. Again, round your back, chin to chest. Keep the hands interlaced as we inhale, draw the palms forward and up. Big stretch into the shoulders, the side body, arms. As you exhale, release your fingers and bend your elbows, slowly coming down through cactus arms. Feel that stretch in your chest and your shoulders. And then bring your hands back to heart center. Coming in to interlace the fingers again, try to choose the opposite interlation, so it might feel a little different. And then we push the palms forward, round the spine, straight into your elbows. Inhale, lift the arms, straight arms if you can. And then exhale, release fingers, bend the elbows, slowly draw the chest, the shoulders, the elbows down. To heart center. To that first interlation, press the palms forward, round the back. Inhale, lift up, look up if you can. Exhale, release, bend the elbows, shoulders down. One more, this time with the different intonation. Palms forward, press hands forward. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release elbows, slowly descending the arms down. And bring your fingertips beside your body. Coming into a side stretch now. So keep your right palm onto the floor. We'll inhale, lift the left arm up and then over. And you can slide that hand down, further down to the floor. Maybe your elbow comes down or maybe you stay on the palm. Try to keep your chest open. Reach the fingertips up and over. So you should feel this wonderful stretch along the left side of your body here. And then just take a few breaths here. Try to sink into that right shoulder so you're dropping down. Keep grounding into your left hip. So you don't want your leg to lift. You want to keep both the sitting bones down. Nice. Let's inhale, lift the left arm up. Keep the right palm on the floor for a moment. Lower the left hand and then inhale. We sweep the right arm up. And then over, slide the hand forward. Maybe the elbow comes down or maybe you stay on the palm. And then focus on this line of energy from the hip all the way along to the very tips of your fingers, as if there's energy reaching out through the fingertips. Breathe into the right side of your body. Grounding into your hips. One more deep breath here. Nice. Inhale, coming back to center. Lower both your hands and then take a big stretch. Inhale, both the arms lift. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower the arms. Nice. So hopefully you're feeling a bit more open in the upper body and the chest. And we'll now do the same, but open into the legs and the hips. So let's come onto tabletop position, coming over onto your hands and your knees. We're going to bring the wrists directly underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. If you find that's a little bit tight, you can bring the knees further back. Spread into your palms here and draw the shoulders back. And come into your cat-cow. So inhale, lift the chest and look forward. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck the tailbone under, chin to chest. Just doing a couple of these. So scooping the chest forward, roll through the shoulders, lifting. And then exhale, rounding. You can have a soft bend in your elbows when you round. Transition from forward to back. And try to be aware of the spine, of that feeling of length from the tailbone to the crown of your head. Awesome. Let's come into a neutral tabletop position now. Start to engage your core here, so a little activation into your core and your pelvic floor. Coming into a balance, we're going to bring the right leg behind. So you can start with the toes on the floor if that's too much, or you can lift the foot off the floor. Nice, make sure you're strong into your palms here. We're going to lift the left arm as well, so opposite arm to leg. And if you can, look down, so this helps to keep your neck long. So you're reaching through the fingertips, through the crown of your head, and then pressing back through the heel. Nice, just lower the left hand, keep your right leg lifted, and we're gonna make circles. So bend your right knee, take it out wide to the side, and then bring it all the way to your chest, squeeze it in, and then extend that leg back behind. So bend the knee, take it wide to the chest and back, making our rotation into our hip joint. Now, depending on how your body is designed, how the muscles are, how the joints are, the bones are, you might not get your legs so high or so wide to the side. So just move within your range of mobility, of comfort. Let's do 2 more big circles, pressing through that heel, keeping that core strong. And then if you need to take a rest, just have a little rest. We're going to reverse, so come the opposite way. Start by bringing your knee to your chest, the knee out to the side, behind, and then back. And you'll notice after doing this for a little while, you'll start to feel your glutes really engaging here. So we're strengthening the glutes, but also strengthening into the core and the lower back. If your wrists feel really sore here, you can come into fists. So this helps to keep your wrists straight. Let's take one more circle here. Feeling nice and warm in that leg. Let's slowly lower the knee. Take a breath in your neutral tabletop position. And we'll come into the left leg. So inhale, extend your left leg behind, press through the heel, balancing for a moment. If you can, lift your right arm. So opposite arm to leg. Try to keep your hips level and your shoulders level. And you can look down to lengthen the neck. Breathing. Awesome. Let's lower the right hand. Keep the knee lifted. Bend the knee and take it wide to the side. Hug it into your chest and then press the leg back. So we do about 5 circles in each direction. Try to not let your right hip sway so much side to side. So we're keeping that hip nice and solid, and we're just moving into that left leg. Core strong. And you can flex the ankle if you prefer. Nice, one more circle this way. And then either take a rest or come straight to the other direction. Drawing knee to chest, take the leg wide, back and in. Just doing your best. So by bringing our mind on something to focus, our breath or the body, the movement, it helps us to stay present in what we're doing. Not trying to think about other things that's going on. Just on the breath. One more circle here. Nice, let's release there, and we'll come into a child's pose. So we'll sit back onto the heels. You can bring your big toes together, your knees apart, however comfortable, either wider than the mat or just hip distance. And then bringing your hands forward. I like to come into a child's pose slowly so I can feel it in my hips, that stretch. So you can slowly walk or slide your hands forward, extend through the fingertips, and then gently lower your forehead down onto your mat. And then relax. So there's a couple options here. If you can't come all the way down onto your forehead, you might have a block to place your forehead on, or you could just make fists with your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. This gives you a little bit more height, a bit more room. So adjust the poses to suit your body, okay? Let's take a few more breaths. Try to relax your shoulders, your head. And as you breathe, you should feel the back of your body expanding and opening. And as you exhale, you're sinking a little bit deeper into that child's pose, letting go a little bit more. Notice if you're holding any tension in the body, maybe your jaw or your mouth, your back or your hips, and try to let that tension move away as you breathe. Let it escape into the atmosphere as you relax. Child's pose is a super calming posture. Let's take another few breaths here. Let's inhale, gently lift your head, and we're going to come into a side stretch here. So we're going to walk our hands over towards the left. You can come off the mat if you need to. And then we're going to lower the head down again. Focus on lengthening or stretching along the right side of your body here. So you're opening into the obliques, into your rib cage, a little bit of a stretch in your back as well. And again, if your forehead doesn't come to the ground or the floor, that's okay. You can just relax your head. To increase or to get a deeper sensation of stretch, you can place your right palm on top of your left palm. Nice, just breathing here. Try to relax your shoulders. Wonderful, let's inhale, lift the head, And then slowly walk our hands back through center, and we'll come all the way to the other side. So hands over to the right, stretching into the palms of fingers, releasing your head down. And then perhaps taking it a little bit further, placing your left palm on top of your right palm. And breathe into that stretch, opening into those muscles. Remember to let go and to relax when you exhale. Take one more deep breath here. Slowly walk your hands back to center. And take another stretch in your child's pose. Maybe you can reach your arms a little bit further forward now that you've created that space in the side of your body. And we'll slowly rise back to tabletop. So inhale, lifting your hips away from your heels, knees underneath your hips. We'll take it back to a downward facing dog. So you can curl your toes under here. Activate strongly through your shoulders, press into your palms, and then gradually lift your knees away from the floor. Send your hips up and back, and draw your chest back towards your thighs. If you notice you're quite tight here into your hips, your hamstrings, you can start with a bend in your knees. Sometimes I like to just stay with a bend in my knees. And then you can pedal through the heels. So this is why we lower one heel, bend the opposite knee, and then switch it over. Pedaling, or also known as cycling through the heels and the legs. Try to stretch through your arms as well, so your arms long. Breathing, and if you do feel lightheaded or dizzy in this pose, you can come and take a rest when you need. And then you might like to bend both knees and send both heels down. And don't worry if your heels don't come to the ground. Gradually, as we practice, as we stretch, as we move our body, over time that might happen or it might never happen, and that's okay, as long as we feel good in our practice. Let's take one more breath here. We're going to look forward to the hands, walking or even stepping to the top of your mat. When you come to the top, take your feet hip distance apart, bend your knees, and then inhale, come halfway. And I like to take my hands onto my shins or the thighs. And we like to lengthen the spine. So draw your shoulders back. You can straighten your knees a little more if you like. Your legs, that's it, yeah, if that feels good. And then reach through the crown of your head. And we'll very slowly come to a forward fold. So bend your knees, bring your arms forward and down, and then relax your upper body over your lower body. So you're just hanging out here like a rag doll. Upper body is loose and heavy and relaxed. And there's a strengthening sensation through the legs, through the feet, that foundation. And then gradually you can start to straighten your knees, your legs, only if that feels good. Take a couple breaths here. Letting go of anything that you need to let go of. And from your forward fold, take your time here. We're going to slowly uncurl to standing. So soften the knees, keep the head, the arms down, just rolling up at your own time. Enjoy that stretch as you roll all the way to standing. And when you come to stand, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest, and then breathe in. We'll take the arms all the way up, big stretch. And then exhale, hands to heart center. And just working on this full body range of motion. We're going to take a few more spinal rolls here. So inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, bend your knees, arms comes wide, and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands to shins or thighs, draw the shoulders back, straighten your legs as much as you can. Exhale to fold, forward fold. Take another breath here. Soften the upper body. And then again, we uncold, just rolling up at your own time. Maintain breath awareness. Feeling that stretch in your back as you rise up. Again, the head is the last thing to lift. And then when you find mountain, we'll inhale, lift the arms. Have a little back bend here if you like, so you can extend your upper body back, hips forward. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more of these. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, arms come wide, forward fold, hinging from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulders back, long spine. Exhale as you fold. Another breath here. And then slowly rolling up. Feel as if each vertebrae or next vertebrae is stacking on top of the next. And when you find yourself to mountain, no rush, you can take your arms up. Inhale, big opening into the front of your body, stretch through the fingertips, and then exhale to heart center. Nice, just take a breath here. You can release your arms beside your body. Find your mountain pose, so really grounding into your feet here. Feet are hip distance apart, connecting into the tripod of your feet. So you might want to lift your toes, spread them wide, relax your toes. And you should feel grounded into the base of your big toe, the base of your little toe, and the center of your heels, like a triangular shape. Lifting up through the inner thighs, your pelvic floor slightly engaged. Can broaden into your chest, open into the arms so you can draw your palms forward. And then feel that length from the base of your spine all the way to the crown of your head. So your neck is equal on all sides. Mountain. Take another few breaths here. Calming, de-stressing, relaxing breaths. And with this focus that we have cultivated, we're going to move into a balancing pose now. Eagle pose. So I'm going to turn to face you. You can turn as well if you want, Alina. And eagle pose, it's a little bit difficult, but if we break it down into sections, it can become really wonderful, and you can choose the level that you would like to stay at. So from our mountain pose, take your hands onto your hips. And we're going to step the left foot in front of the right foot and just balance on the ball of the foot so the heel is lifted. Keep that foundation in your right foot strong. So we'll come back to the legs in a moment. We're going to inhale, bring the arms out wide to the side. So with the left leg in front, we're going to take the left arm underneath the right arm. So cross your arms, and you can either take your hands to your shoulders, you can either take the back of your palms together, or you might have room to bring your palms together. Any of those three options is absolutely fine. And then if you have your arms together, squeeze your arms slightly and draw your shoulders back and down. Maybe you can lift your elbows up and your hands away from your face. You should feel a good stretch here. Now, so sometimes when our hands are in this way, we can't really see, or there's a blockage in our view. So find something that you can focus on. It might just be a little to the left of your hands. Come back to the legs. We're going to bend our standing legs, so bend your right knee. And if you can go further with your core engaged, you're going to lift that left leg up and then take it over, crossing at the thighs. You can maybe hook that left toes behind the right calf muscle and squeeze those legs together. Don't worry if you wobble out of the pose, that's okay. It's all challenging, it's all strengthening for the muscles, the body. Let's take a few more breaths wherever you are. Squeezing the arms, squeezing the legs, grounding into that right foot, breathing. Very nice. Let's slowly unwind the legs, reach the arms up, big stretch, open the arms wide, and then we'll take a forward fold to release. Nice. You can just shake out your shoulders here, relax your arms. Take another few breaths in your forward fold. Let your head relax. So the crown of your head is reaching down, your eye gaze between your knees or thighs. Awesome. Let's slowly roll our way back to our mountain pose, softening the knees as we uncurl. Lifting the arms up. Inhale. And then exhale to heart center. Nice. So now we know what we're doing. We're going to move on to the other side in those stages as well. Just stop at any stage if you need to and just focus and breathe. So hands to hips. This time we'll step the right foot over the left foot. Nice. Stay grounded in the left foot. Inhale, bring the arms wide and take your right arm underneath your left arm. Crossing, taking any of those three options. And then relax your shoulders and lift the elbows slightly. Draw the palms or the hands away from your face. And breathe into the back of your shoulders, keeping that spine tall. Find something to focus on with your eye gaze. And then bend your standing leg, your left knee. Take that right leg up high and cross the thighs. Maybe you can hook the right toes behind the left calf muscle. Don't worry if you can't, just do your best. Stay focused and breathe. Try to also relax your facial muscles. Let's take 2 more breaths. Wonderful. Let's release the legs. Inhale, extend the arms up. A little back bend if you like. And then exhale, arms wide and fold all the way down. Releasing the upper body, let the head drop. Gently walk your feet a bit wider, so at least hip distance apart or wider than that. Bring your hands to opposite elbows as you fold forward. And it's nice to sway here. If that feels good, you can also join us by swaying a little side to side. After all that good stretch in the shoulders, you can just relax the arms and shoulders, the head and the neck. Let's take another breath here. And then slowly release your hands to the back of your hands on the floor. And we're going to slowly make our way into a plank position. So wherever you are on the mat, you might need to step your feet back. For us, we're going to turn our hands forward and then step the feet back. We'll just be in plank for 1 moment. So wrists under shoulders, straight body. Take a breath here. And then exhale, you can lower down. You can always bring your knees down for support. And then come to rest on the front of your body. So let's bring one hand forward, the other hand on top. And rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Wiggle your hips a little bit side to side so you can relax your hips. You can always bring your elbows further forward and out to the side. And relax your shoulders. I'm going to come into a couple of back strengthening exercises here. Also some quadricep stretches. Let's start with our Sphinx Pose. So inhale, lifting the head and the chest, and bring your elbows directly underneath your shoulders with the fingertips facing forward. Nice. Try to draw your shoulders back as you press into your elbows. And then engage into your legs here. So reach through to your feet. Engage your inner thighs and your pelvic floor. Your feet are about hip distance apart. And then very subtly try to draw your palms backwards. You're sliding your hands back so you can lift the center of your chest forward. It's a very slight movement. It's more of an engagement. And then try to breathe. Opening into the back, strengthening. Become aware of your neck and how your neck is. So if you notice your chin is a bit high, just look so just a couple inches past your fingertips. And then let's slowly release, bring the elbows wide. Again, resting your forehead on the back of your hands. You can bring your legs a bit further apart, give them a wiggle. Breathe and relax. Relax your pelvis, your buttocks, your back. I'm going to come into a stretch now for the quadriceps. So again, engage through your legs, feet hip distance apart. We're going to keep our right forearm on the ground. Take your left forearm or hand out to the side as you bend your left knee, and then take that hand all the way around. If you can, hold onto the top of your foot or the ankle. Nice. And then you can square your chest forward. There's a few options here. You can lower back down to your forehead and draw the left heel in towards your left buttocks. If that becomes too much of a stretch, you can stay up higher and just focus on drawing that shoulder back and the heel in. If this is super intense for your body, you can use a strap, or if you don't have a strap, you can use a scarf to hold onto that foot, or you can just relax in this way. So wherever you are, try to breathe. And if you notice your left knee is also out to the side, you can draw your knees so that they're together. This will also increase the stretch in your quadricep muscles. If you feel any pain or impingement in the knee joint, just release and relax. Let's take one more breath here. And then slowly release your hand and your foot, coming back to that first position with the forehead on the hands. Relax both your legs and just be aware if there's any subtle difference you can feel in the legs. Let's come into the other side. As you bend your right knee, take your right arm out to the side and then holding onto that foot or ankle, drawing the heel closer, maybe lower back to the forehead, to the hand, or staying upright, depending where you feel that stretch. Ideally, we want to feel the stretch in the belly of the muscle, so in the center of the muscle, not so much towards the joints. Maybe bringing your knees closer together. Again, focus on relaxing in your breath. Take one more deep breath here. And slowly release your foot, bringing your hands forward. Relax both your legs, your hips, your back. And then we'll make our way back to our child's pose. So place your hands beside your chest, pressing your hips all the way back. You can bring your knees together this time if you wish and come into a closed child's pose, where we take the arms beside the body, the forehead down, and relax the top of your shoulders forward. If that's not comfortable, you can bring your hands forward, knees apart. So your child's pose of choice. And then we'll slowly make our way up to a kneeling position. We're going to swing the legs around. I'm going to come to our back now. So with the feet on the floor, we're going to lower slowly onto our spine. So you're going to hold into the space behind your knees, the thighs. Take your pelvis under and then just slowly rolling onto your back. Engage your core as you lower. And then coming all the way down, relax your head and shoulders. And we'll take the knees into the chest for a moment here. Hands on top of the knees or the shins. You can gently rock your knees side to side and just soothe out the muscles in your lower back. Relax your facial muscles and your head. Staying with that movement of opening into the thighs and our back, we're going to come into a bridge pose. So we've warmed up for our bridge pose. We're going to place the soles of the feet onto the floor with the heels quite close to the hips. So if you were to take your fingertips, you'd be able to tickle the back of your ankles or heels. Nice. Keep your knees hip distance apart and place the palms onto the floor, arms beside your body. Engage your inner thighs and your pelvic floor. Start to tuck your pelvis under. Press your lower back into the ground and then lift your hips off from the ground. Keep the head neutral and just come to however high you can come. Now try to breathe and draw the inner thighs together while keeping the knees hip distance apart. Press into the shoulders and the upper arms slightly. The chin might start to tuck towards the chest. That's okay. This is good for our thyroid and our parathyroid glands. If you can, just stay for another 2 breaths, pressing into the feet, opening into the hips, quads, strengthening the back. And when you're ready, very slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, lower your spine back down. And when you feel your hips release, relax your hips onto the ground. Nice. Take a breath here. Let's come into a hip stretch. So we're going to move into supine pigeon pose. Extend your right leg up towards the sky as you flex the ankle. Take your hand, your right hand, and place it on the top of your thigh where the femur bone meets the hip socket. And from here, we're going to rotate the foot and the knee to the right, rotating it from that hip socket. This is going to help with our knee safety. From here, we're going to bend the knee, and if you can, take the ankle onto the upper thigh. Nice. Just pause for a moment, notice if you feel anything. And to go deeper, a deeper stretch, we're going to lift the left foot off the ground, reach your hands through your legs, interlace behind the thigh, and then relax your calf muscle on the back of your hands. Make any little adjustments you need to. And then again, notice how it feels in this way. If it's too intense, just bring the foot back down. If you need more of a stretch, gently draw your left knee closer to your chest. Your right knee is coming away from your chest. And then really focus on the belly of the muscles. So focus on those glutes onto the inner thigh, or the thigh, the outer thigh. A little bit into the IT band, but mainly into the glutes. And try to relax. So if you're holding tension in your arms or your shoulders, let your shoulders relax, your head relax. Take a few more deep breaths here. With the bigger muscles, we want to hold a little bit longer just to really feel that stretch, releasing also the fascia, this just like a glad wrap around the muscles. This fascia is around all our muscles, and it takes time sometimes to release the fascia and the muscle. Wonderful. We're going to keep our right ankle on the thigh. We're just going to lower the left foot to the ground, coming into an IT band stretch. And bring your arms out to the side or relax your arms down. And we're going to lower the sole of our right foot to the ground. So bring your knee, your left thigh and your knee over to the left, and then bringing that foot down. If it doesn't come down, you can place a book or a block underneath. And to assist, you can bring your left hand onto the right knee and just draw that knee up. So away from the body. That's it. And some people might feel this quite intensely if you've got a tight IT band. or you might feel it just a little bit or not at all. So whatever degree you feel it, try to be aware of it and to relax the muscles here. Very subtle movement, trying to draw the back of your right hip down while maintaining the right foot onto the floor. And most slowly release the stretch, bring both your knees back up and then lower your right foot. With the feet on the floor, just take a moment to breathe and notice how your right hip feels to your left hip. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So let's lift that left leg up from the hip socket, rotate the foot and the knee to the left, and then bend the knee, ankle to the thigh. Stay here or lifting the right knee or the thigh closer to the chest, hands interlaced behind. Relax the calf muscle. Breathing, maybe drawing that knee closer to the chest if that feels appropriate for the stretch for your body, or ease off if you need to. You can relax your right ankle. Try to keep your left ankle flexed. Now slowly release the hands, take them wide, the arms wide. Lower your right foot, and then we'll come to that IT band stretch. So bring the outside of your right thigh and your left foot to the ground. So moving over to the right. And use your right hand to support your knees. So you're pushing that thigh away from your body. And then try to release into the hips, especially that left hip, trying to draw that left hip back and down. Unwinding and relaxing. When you're ready, we're going to release the stretch now, bringing the legs back to center, the left foot down. And let's hug the knees into the chest here. Give them a little squeeze. Maybe rock side to side. And we haven't really done a twist, so let's finish off with a nice easy supine twist. Bring your arms out wide, or cactus arms, and then slowly take your knees to the left. Relax your knees on the ground or the floor, or you can place a cushion under your legs. And then we'll turn our head over towards the right. Getting that stretch all through the spine and the neck. And just take 5 breaths on each side, softening into your back, your shoulders and arms. One more breath on this side. Slowly inhale, bring your knees back to center. And then take your knees over to the right. And your head over to the left. Relax into the shoulders, your arms, your head and your neck. Just slowing your breaths down. Take one more breath here. As you inhale, bring your knees back to center. And wrap your arms around your shins. Lift your head and your shoulders off the floor if you can. Squeeze into the shape of a ball. And then we'll slowly lower everything down. So relaxing your head. Adjust your body so it's comfortable and you can extend your legs out. And bring your arms a little away from your body as you turn your palms up. Take your feet a little wider, your legs a little wider so you can relax and let your hips be open. And then close down your eyes. Relax your facial muscles. And let your whole body start to melt and sink into the ground and the earth. Relaxing everything, every muscle in your body is relaxing. Just let your breath be effortless and easy. We'll lie peacefully for a few minutes here, relaxing your toes and your feet. Your heels and ankles. Lower legs and knees, relax. Completely relax your thighs, hips, pelvis and glutes. Relax your spine and all of your back muscles. And just soften into your abdomen and your chest. Your shoulders and arms completely surrender. And relax your neck and your head. Releasing all your facial muscles, your jaw and mouth, your eyes are peacefully resting. As you feel all tension and all stress leaving your body, as you relax your mind in this beautiful meditation music, just resting. Start to draw your awareness back to your breath. Feel the belly expand as you inhale. Relax as you exhale. Become aware of your surroundings. Become aware of how you're feeling in your body. Let's gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can rotate your wrists and your ankles. And take a nice full body stretch, reaching your arms above your head, lengthening long into your legs and your feet. And then lower your arms, and we'll gradually take your knees into the chest. You can rock side to side if you wish. And then slowly roll to one side. And when you're ready, you can come up to a comfortable position. Take your time, there's no rush. Sit nice and tall in your spine. Relax your shoulders. Just take a moment again. Close your eyes and just breathe. Notice how you're feeling. And together we'll finish off with our mantra meditation. This is a wonderful way to de-stress the mind, to place it on these spiritual yoga sounds. So we'll do the practice of kirtan, and as I have my friend Alina to help me, we're going to sing the mantra Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. So I'll sing it, and then you can sing and join in with Alina in the response. So we'll go back and forward in that exchange. Try to let your mind focus on the sound and try to relax. Try to let your mind and your heart relax and rest. So you can keep your eyes closed and yeah, just join in when you're ready. Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Now it's your turn. Hari Bol. Nitai Gor, Nitai Gor, Haribo. Let's sing the last few together. Haribo, Nitai Gor, Nitai Gor, Haribo. Sing again. Haribo, Nitai Gor, Nitai Gor, Haribo. Last time. Haribo, Nitai Gor, Nitai Gor, Haribo. So let's finish by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Let it all out through the mouth. We'll bring our palms to your heart center. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely day, and we hope to see you soon. Namaste.